Welcome back, kiddies, to another episode of RatG TV with your hosts, Zeus and the Wellandwingnut. And they thought I was the crazy one.
Black magic. You got to know, got to show, it's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want, so just tell me what you want to hear.
Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Let's Get Sketchy. Welcome to RatG TV. And Steve, what is this, 1992? You're out in front of Eastdale smoking a joint?
Right.
Oak High jersey? Yeah, representing. I am not wearing a Polk High jersey. This is my jersey. If I still had my Eastdale jersey, I would have been wearing that. But the occasion today with all the high school stuff behind us. And as you can see, I've got the faculty behind me. That great high school movie. We are talking best high school movies. Not even best high school movies, just best school
movies.
Yeah, what do you like? Let us know. We got a lot of answers on Facebook. And there's so many great ones out there. Like, I redid my list a couple times after we started getting some answers in there. Because I was like, oh, shit, yeah, that's a great movie, too. And had to bump a couple out. But yeah.
I think we did a similar list like years ago for this one. So I tried to find movies that I know I probably didn't pick before. I think I have one repeat. So.
Oh, okay. See, I don't remember, but it's me. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I'm talking like years ago. We did this list.
Now we've
been doing this a while.
Yeah, we have. Ferris Bueller's Day Off didn't make my list.
Bueller.
Did it make your list? I don't think so either.
It did not.
But it almost made my list for sure because that's one of the all-time greats.
I thought of it, yeah.
Yeah. So keep letting us know. We're going to go through yours today. Not only that, though, we've got the news for you this week in Geek like we do every week. And Steve's coming at us as he does every week with, of course, Steve's 5-second movie review. And Steve, what's the movie you're reviewing this week?
2022 fall. Not the fall of 2022. 2022's fall. I didn't even know about this movie until basically I found out about it. I think like 5 days ago I watched it.
Same. This came out of nowhere, and then I started hearing everybody talk about it. Yeah. And it's supposedly a thriller type movie. I haven't even seen the trailer for it yet, so I am anxious for your review. So we'll have that coming up somewhere near the bottom of the hour, and as well, like I said, we are talking about favorite school-based movies. Let us know in the comments. Plus, we've got a lot of comments of yours that you gave us on the Facebook page. We'll talk about those. We got news. And we heard from our buddy James Takeo said hi already. And that's cool because he is also one third of the crew that runs the Welland Zombie Walk. You being another third of that, and Brad Ulch. Yeah. Forming the third of the Three Musketeers there. And Welland Zombie Walk coming October 1st, 6 p.m. Everybody, if you want to meet at the Welland Farmers Market, that's where it's going to be starting. And as you can see, it's being presented by Peak Performance. We do this every year. RatG TV's there every year, helping host it and everything. What's some of the special attractions that are this year? Because we've had Jeepers Creeper truck before. What's coming this year?
We wanted to do something big because our 10th anniversary was pandemic year, so we didn't really get to do it. And then last year we were the only event in town because it was right at the end of all the restrictions. It's a fall event, so we were able to put on a limited event. You know, it wasn't too big. Had the Jeepers Creepers truck out there, and we thought, we want to go a little bigger this year. So we got a different location, nice big open area. Things I can tell you about is we will have Brampton Batman there again, making his return. He was one of the first guys we had out there when we started having these movie cars. So Brampton Batman will be there. You can take pictures with him with the car. He's really great. So, and also for the older folks who or the younger folks who watch that horrible remake, Knight Rider will be there. Fantastic looking car. Yeah,
dude, I can't wait about. Like, listen, this is the one that I'm most stoked about because I am getting in that fucking car at some point, and I am talking to Kit.
Yeah, Kit's pretty cool. So come out and meet Kit. And also, we were going to have some live entertainment. Toadstool and the Ghouls playing one night only.
What? I hear they're almost as popular as Howard Wolowitz and Raj's band.
Right? What were they called?
I don't even remember. I just remember Thor and Dr. Jones. Thor and Dr. Jones.
Yes.
One's
It'll be in my head all night.
One throws lightning, the other, I don't know. However it goes. But yeah, it's going to be a great time. Speaking of James, he says, pump up the volume. Great fucking movie. Christian Slater was amazing at that era. Heather's another great school-based
that
movie.
Almost made my list. Yeah.
What was it? Glow? What was the other one?
Gleaming the Cube.
Gleaming the Cube. That's it. Yeah, man. He was huge. Carey Hills. Good evening to you both from London. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. London, Ontario, or London, England? Yeah. Let us know because we're Canadian. So
right.
And speaking of Brits, one of our favorite Brits, Luke Tuff, saying, "Good evening, all. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II." Definitely, we will be talking a little bit about the Queen's passing a little later on in the show once we hit news. But our condolences to all our British fans out there. And yeah, man, no matter what we may think here in Canada, which it seemed pretty split from what I've seen, you know. But no matter what, most people have had a lot of respect for the Queen. So whether they respect the monarchy or whatever is a different story. We got a lot here. Hey, you guys, glad to see you, Ryan, being healthy. Thank you. Me too. A little too healthy. I've been eating too well again. Mean Girls. Yep, happens all the time, but love the karma. Mean Girls, we saw that one mentioned quite a bit too. To this day, I still want to create a local pirate radio station. Yeah, man. It was so good. That movie was so great.
It was really good.
Footprints on the Moon was the band name. Oh, Howard and
Raj.
Right, Raj, yes. Love it. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so do you want to get to yours first, or should we go over some of these answers we have?
Yeah, let's do some answers. We can do that.
Okay, let's get to those. So much big news happening today, so I gotta get back to where everybody was talking on there, because I mean D23 happened this week, and oh my god, like I'm in Nirvana tonight. Tracy Chisholm though, Fast Times at Ridgemount High. I mean that's a classic. Yeah. Sean Penn, Kevin Bacon in that one as well.
I'm gonna say no.
I forget. But we had a young Forrest Whitaker in that movie as well.
Yeah.
Vanessa Rainville, she got a lot of likes with this one. Dazed and Confused. She said that counts, right? I'm like, of course, man.
Classic.
That's graduating from elementary school, going into high school, and high school kids graduating from high school. Julie Lynn gave me one that I totally forgot that I almost put on my list, but I haven't watched it in so long, so I don't know if it still holds up today. But Summer School, Mark Harmon. Do you remember that one?
Oh, yeah, I definitely remember it. It's one of those movies I think that on nostalgia alone for us, you could watch it again.
Yeah,
maybe not this generation.
Maybe not even some of our generation. But that was a great one. Yeah. Erica Tadeo, I'm sorry, Erica, says School of Rock. We got a lot of School of Rock. Have you seen School of Rock?
I love School of Rock.
Yeah, it's a good.
Anytime I see it on, I definitely throw it on.
Yeah. Lisa Cook Cripps says the Breakfast Club. How you doing, Lisa? Chris Agent Crawley says the Breakfast Club. Chris Dilleben. This almost broke my list a couple times. I had it on and took it off. Rodney Dangerfield, Back to School.
Yeah,
like classic.
I tell you that Rodney, he gets no respect.
Right. You know what? And as much as most people don't like her, I like Melissa McCarthy's movie where she went back to college. I forget what it was called.
I love Melissa. She's
great.
Great.
Darian Woods says School of Rock always has and always will be a favorite for me. Sam Montgomery says The Breakfast Club. Craig Elsich said Rambo, First Blood, to which I said, I don't think you understood the assignment. And he said, I absolutely understood.
So we accept your answer, sir.
Who's going to argue with Craig? Kelly says The Breakfast Club. A lot of love for The Breakfast Club. Mike Al said National Lampoon's Van Wilder. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
You know that they say that that's based on Bert Kreischer's life?
Bert Kreischer, right. Yeah, at Florida State.
Yep. Because not rock and roll. What's the name of Rolling Stones? Did a cover story on him.
That's right.
Before Van Wilder. Lori Damon Bose says Art School Confidential. I'm not familiar with that one. Daryl Alexander Moore, The Wolf, one of our buddies over in the States, New York side, NYC, said Clueless and Mean Girls. Ty Demera says School of Rock. John Paul Desi says Back to School. More love for Rodney. How about this one? Do you remember this one? Justin Figler says Dead Men on Campus.
Oh, great. When I saw that answer, I was like, damn, I love that movie, but I already had done all my... And I was like, yeah.
Remember
it'll
Zach?
It'll have to be an honorable mention, and someone mentioned it. So,
and it's the first time we saw Zach Morris as a goody two-shoe.
And the guy who plays, he's great. He's a Canadian. I apologize because I can't remember his name, but he's in that. He plays the crazy. He was in Scream. He's been in a bunch of stuff from the Wayans. He's going to be at Frightmare in the Falls. So I'm looking forward to meeting him.
Sorry, I gotta block somebody.
Remember his name so I don't say, "Hey you."
Hey you. Sorry, we have some spam going on in the comment section, so I gotta get rid of it. All right, Footprints on the Moon. Thank you. Luke says, I actually cried. I'm in my 40s, hard as fuck, and Jesus, I was broken when the news came through about ER. Breakfast Club is the choice I could think.
Lachlan Monroe.
Oh, I know that name, but I can't picture the face. Yeah. Class of 99. White Chicks. Shut up, Ron. You're fired. I love you, buddy. I love you. I just hate that movie. To Sir with Love. Was that a school movie though? Were they in school? Like with Sidney Poitier and whoever the girl was in that movie? I always forget. But were they college maybe? It's been a long time since I've seen that.
I don't even
Thumbs up Art School Confidential, yeah. What else we got here? Sorry. I had to come over to the comment section here. Mary DeMario says Breakfast Club. Adam Easton says there can only be one answer, and then he left a gif of Billy Madison.
Honey hoo hoo.
I am the smartest man alive. Stacy Duncan says Pretty in Pink, Breakfast Club, Dead Poet Society, School Ties, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Fast Times at Ridgemount High, Some Kind of Wonderful. First time we got that one. Old School. That almost made my list as well. That is like the one Will Ferrell movie I'm like, okay, I'll watch that one. And of course, Grease. Allison Violet says Dazed and Confused. Super Bad, another good one.
Yeah.
Van Wilder, Life of the Party. That's the Melissa McCarthy one. Breakfast Club, Easy A. So I like that one because that's based on the book The Scarlet Letter, and that was fun. 10 Things I Hate About You. Love that one because that's based on my favorite fucking Shakespeare book when I played when I was a kid. The Taming of the Shrew. Summer School, The Blind Side. Didn't even think of that. Remember the Titans, Revenge of the Nerds, Napoleon Dynamite, Mr. Holland's Opus. Lisa Neal says Breakfast Club. Nadine Poulin says 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, Dazed and Confused, and Carey. Some love for some horror movies out there now.
Yeah, Carey almost made my list.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised it didn't. Well, there's something else that I was thinking of before the show that you didn't have on your list, and I was like, I was surprised you didn't do it. Kevin Petrino says Revenge of the Nerds. Amy, the former Amy St. Louis, says The Breakfast Club. Wayne Cleary says Casablanca, The Princess Bride, and Weekend at Bernie's. He didn't understand the assignment. Dave Grimm said Super Bad. Here's some I liked. Mary Lou Sager said Road Trip and American Pie. American Pie was on my list and I took it off just because that's a hard one to watch again these days. I'm gonna say. And I forgot my favorite movie, Kicking It Old School, Will Ferrell and Vince Vaughn.
Was that not a plant-based pie?
That was not a plant-based pie.
There was meat in that.
There was definitely, yes, it was Jason Biggs's meat. Paulo Bell said for Steve Lambert, since Zeus don't do horror, The Loved Ones.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that one. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Oh, you didn't know that one?
No,
me neither. Oh, we got 7 comments here. Let me see. Yes, they were in school talking about To Sir with Love. Toy Soldier's great. April Kerr says Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Good one. Did anyone mention Nerds? Oh yeah, lots of love for it. What about Scream?
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Yeah. The Faculty. Get back to the comments on Facebook just so I can get through these. Dead Poets Society, 100% says Ryan Ziedeman. Tara Bonzi says Dazed and Confused. I mean, it starts at a school. At a school. Vicky Taylor says so many more. Dead Poets Society. Raggy Boy. I don't know that one. Lean on Me. Fucking great movie. Yeah. Blackboard Jungle. Stand and Deliver. Taps. I gotta tell you, I wasn't a big Taps fan. I was really young though when that was out.
That's true.
3 O'Clock High. I don't know what that one is, but Michael Billiam says that, or Billiam Michaels. Danielle De Silva put a GIF with a whole bunch of movies on it that has Driving Academy, Lean on Me, School of My Life, and School Days. April Mons, Can't Hardly Wait. Seth Green at his finest. Jason Schulter says Karate Kid. Daniel LaRusso is the bad guy. You were not wrong. Then there was my very classic To Sir with Love, Vicky Taylor. That's the second one with that. Bill O'Dell. This is one that I was surprised neither one of us had. Weird.
I just realized both of us had.
We both have the same one?
33.
Oh. I thought you meant movies. School Ties, Carey Hills, good one. Disturbing Behavior. Well, I'm looking on the Facebook page, so I don't even see what you're. I'm away, so I don't know. Christian,
you're away, all right.
National Lampoon's Senior Trip. Yeah. And Not Another Teen Movie. I love fucking Senior Trip. Adam Mitchell says Dangerous Minds. Michelle Pfeiffer, and that brought what's his Exhibit? No. Gangster's Paradise. Coolio.
Dangerous Minds, yeah.
Yeah, that brought Coolio to everybody's attention. Daniel Watson said, can we include TV shows? Because Recess was the best. That was a very good Disney show. My kids watched that one, and I dug it. Vicky Taylor says Teachers. Good movie. How High?
How High? Yeah.
Method Man. That was basically the Wu-Tang movie. And we loved it for it. All right. So that's good there. I think we've got all the answers there. We got a few more companies. Everyone has Grease, surely. Yeah, I mean, Grease was a great movie. Unbeknownst to most of you, I played the first black Danny in Grease, at least at Princess Elizabeth. I mean, there might have been somebody else before me. Carey Hills says Freedom Riders. I don't know that one.
No.
Coolio, class of 99. Class of 90, 95, 96, were we? 95.
I refuse to answer that question.
We were the same time. All right. You know what question you can answer, Steve? Give me your top 5.
All right. Starting at number 5. I could not do this list without including a football movie. And what better high school football movie? Inspired a TV show, Friday Night Lights, Billy Bob Thornton, the school about the Pyramid Panthers in Odessa, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie.
Yeah. Like I said, I've never seen a bad football movie.
Right.
I consider putting Necessary Roughness on here.
Yeah. Hey, it's a school movie for sure.
Got back.
And someone mentioned this one in the comments, and you said you didn't remember it. I actually, when I was doing this list, I watched this movie right before we did the show, and that's 3 O'Clock High.
Oh.
Casey Shimashko from Young Guns and Richard Tyson. You've seen Richard Tyson in what was the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Twins.
No, not Twins.
No.
Kindergarten Cop. He was in Something About Mary. Usually plays a cop or tough guy. Yeah, it's the classic.
Bad guy dad.
What's that?
The bad guy dad in Kindergarten.
Right, bad guy dad in Kindergarten Cop. It's the classic. David and Goliath. I'm going to kick your ass at 3 o'clock when the bell rings. Movie,
Nice.
And
then they become best friends.
They do not become best friends, but it was good. I enjoyed it watching it again all these years later.
Twins was better. There we go.
Coach Carter. I haven't seen Coach Carter. Whoa, that's you never see that, but that was Facebook user 67421.
Yeah, it's almost as rare as the Pokeroo.
Oh, I don't know. Pokeroo doesn't make any noises. Rock and Roll High School, rock and roll high school. Carey Hills is killing it. Newcomb High. Neither one of us had that.
Yeah, Newcomb High.
I feel bad. I'm sorry, Uncle Lloyd.
We're sorry.
We are sorry.
Please put us in your next movie.
We'll bring the weed.
Right?
Just saying.
Uncle Al likes to smoke. Just saying.
Just saying. Uncle Lloyd. The invitation's there. All right. So that was number 5, 3 O'Clock High.
No, number 4.
That's what I said. Number 4, 3 O'Clock High.
Yeah.
The Friday Night Lights.
Right. Number 3, great movie, and this is the one I'm throwing on right after we're done tonight, and that's Stand and Deliver. Great movie. Edward James Olmos, Lou Diamond Phillips, actually based on a true story about a guy who leaves his high-paying business job to go and try and prove that he can inspire kids to learn.
Yeah.
He's
a great actor too. He's so intense and everything.
He is.
Remember him on Dexter? Did you watch Dexter?
I did watch Dexter. Yeah,
he was great on. But almost everybody was great on that show for 7 seasons.
Almost my number 1 because I love this movie. I got no shame about it. Patrick Dempsey and I want to make sure I get her name right. Amanda Peterson, who passed in 2015 at the age of 43.
She's dead?
What's that?
I didn't know she passed.
Yeah, she left Hollywood shortly after this movie. She didn't really like the whole Hollywood scene, and she had addiction problems, and she passed away, unfortunately. But I love this movie anytime it comes on. It's basically the nerd proposes to help out the cool girl, and says, date me for a month and I guarantee
I remember this movie.
Everybody will think I'm cool, and she's like, yeah, right, but she needs his help, and agrees to do it. And
they played a lot of Beatles tunes in this movie. That's what I remember. Like there was the one scene when they're in the mall and they play. It's the first time that I ever heard the Money song. Money can't get everything, that's true. But it I can't use, I want money. I mean, that was a really good movie.
It was.
At least from what I remember. I haven't seen it since we were kids.
Right. And my number one, inspired by, I thought of it this week because our boy Brendan Fraser was in the news this week for his amazing performance in The Whale. Everybody's talking about it. But long before that, like people like to remember him from Encino Man or Blast from the Past, did a lot of comedy, but this was a great dramatic role. Damon, Affleck, O'Donnell, Cole Hauser, Anthony Rapp, just a great movie.
School
if
Ties.
you've never seen it, put it on your list.
Yeah, School Ties was a great movie. I really dug that one.
Yeah. And that's it. That's my list, man.
Good list. Good list. I dig it. I dig it a lot. And like we say, I don't know about you, but at least with me, every time we do one of these lists, if I was to do it like 10 minutes from now, my list would probably be completely different. Like completely different. Except for my top. My top two, they definitely still be there. I think most of them would be here. So let's just talk about them, get them out of the way. First one here, this was a movie that I had on VHS that I wore out. Like I watched over and over again. I think you've probably watched it at my grandparents' house when we were kids. Like once we moved to Welland, because I'm pretty sure we were there by then. But it was a classic. It had Sean Astin starring in it back, when Sean Astin was at the height of his teenage idleness. That was the thing. Believe it. Bob from Stranger Things. He was like the young action star at some point. Will Wheaton was also in this movie.
Yeah.
And Louis Gossett Jr. talking about the great movie Toy Soldiers, about a school for wayward rich kids.
Right.
And Sean Astin, who was not a rich kid, he was a poor kid, but he got kicked out of every other reform school, basically, and was sent here. Will Wheaton's dad is a mafia boss, and these guerrillas or these bad guys just basically take over the school and try to kidnap him, and they end up, while they're trying to find out which kid is him, he tries to make a run for it, doesn't make it, and that's the whole movie's just having to deal with that fallout. There's a big spoiler there, but it's like an 80s movie, so fuck off.
The 30-year-old movie.
Yeah, you're out of luck. I really dug that movie, though. Do you remember?
Really good movie.
Toy Soldiers was good. Yeah, man. That's why, it had to make the list. Another one here. I talked about it earlier. Somebody else had picked it out. Well, we've seen a lot of people pick it. I was a theater nerd. You knew that. So with theater, you have to read Shakespeare. And a lot of Shakespeare is dry, especially when you're a kid, and it's really hard to get the metaphors in all of his writing. But the one tale that he told that didn't have a lot of metaphors to get lost in was the Taming of the Shrew. And that was just basically about this girl, Kate, and she was, you couldn't deal with her. Like her dad was trying to marry her off, but she was just too headstrong and wanted to do her own thing and couldn't be bothered with boys, and it's just a great story, and it's about some guy that, a bad boy that, kind of wins her over. Well, of course, every story is just a remake of something before. And I love this movie. It gave us so many big actors were in it. But 10 Things I Hate About You, Julia Stiles, Heath Ledger, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Oh my God. The girl that he was dating for the longest time on Third Rock from the Sun. It was just a great movie all around, and really, really dug it. And it's one of those ones I still watch when it comes on. I don't know. The Taming of the Shrew, I'd have gone with Much Ado About Nothing. Yeah, I know, but that's more of once you're a little bit older, you dig that. When you're a kid, you like The Taming of the Shrew because, I don't know. There's a lot of insults in The Taming of the Shrew, and it's just a lot of like highbrow fucking insults, and I dug that. I don't know. Kate's a smart, fucking sharp-witted person, so I dug it. Next up on there, though, got to go from 10 Things I Hate About You to a movie that starred Jeremy Renner as a youngster. playing a young stoner, if you will. It had him in it. It had a bunch of the kids in the hall in it. Had Max Headroom in it. It had Tara Strong, who's a great voice actress. And of course, this Canadian movie, I think, too, or at least it was filmed in Canada, I'm pretty sure. But National Lampoon Senior Trip. A lot of fun, man. Red's dead. Red's dead. Who is the redheaded secretary right there? Like,
she was in a bunch of stuff in the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah. And we see
he's been on Seinfeld.
Yeah. We see Max Headroom there as he's the principal. That's coming back, I heard, with him. And
that's right. I did hear that.
Yeah, and at the very bottom there, that's Jeremy Renner smiling there with the kind of bad boy Zach Morris look going on. So yeah, that was a funny fucking movie though.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm old, so you you old too, mate. Yeah, I know. We're both very old. Where are we going next? Up next after that. Okay, so these two, no matter what my list would be, these two would be on my list. And a lot of people said both of these movies. You talked about Cole Hauser earlier. Cole Hauser's in this movie. We had Ben Affleck in this movie. We had the guy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie that turns into a vampire that was the football player that was Luke Perry's friend, but we don't really know. But that's him on
Mallrats.
Yeah. Right. And no, that's not Mallrats. That's the other Mallrat. Of course, I'm talking about Dazed and Confused. And I mean, there were a lot of actors that came from this. Parker Posey came from this. Anthony Rapp, who's in American Beauty, is now on Star Trek Discovery. I mean, that Ben Affleck guy, I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah, he's been in a few things.
Yeah, and Matthew McConaughey, hey. He didn't say that, but that was Fat Albert.
I hear he's going to play him, though.
Oh, my God. He could. Maybe. Well, maybe Robert Downey Jr. should. National Lampoon's Animal House. Good call. And finally, my number one movie, just get out of the way, because, I mean, this is the greatest school movie of all time. And I could say this because when my kids were in high school at a Catholic school, there was a play. Like their school put on this play, which is just amazing to think. And that is
my daughter,
The Breakfast Club.
My daughter's 20. This is one of her favorite movies.
Yeah, there's not a kid that doesn't like this movie because no matter what era we're living in, these typecasts in high school, I think, always exist.
Yeah, the dynamics changed a little, but yeah.
There's always going to be the smart one. There's
right.
always going to be the pretty one. There's always going to be the jock. And then there's always going to be the two outcast, or like the outcasts.
Yeah.
The bad boy and the wallflower, if you will. So, but yeah, great movie.
I was a combination of all of those.
Yes. Same. Same. Mostly the wallflower, though.
Right.
I'm really reserved. And we got a lot of people joining us today. So thanks for everybody that's watching the show. And we do appreciate it. Make sure you tell your friends, share it, do all those fun things. But yeah, we do like it. Don't forget about me. What about you, bud? We don't forget about you.
We never forget about you, Luke.
Dude, we couldn't forget about you because who would remind us about Blumhouse and about the upcoming Blumhouse Clanny movie? It's going to happen. It's going to be these two.
Must happen.
He misses it every time.
If Kevin Smith can get Tusk to fund it, I'm just saying. I know. I love Tusk. I'm one of those people.
You are one of those people. It's your fault.
It really is.
We blame you.
It really is.
I mean, we love Kevin, but Blumhouse rules. Yes, we know, buddy. You know what else rules? Saving money. Saving money is a great thing to do. And when it comes to any time of the year, especially these days, inflation rates going higher and higher, you need to save money where you can. Listen, if you have cable or internet and you're looking for a way to cut the cost without sacrificing your service at all, go over to Docnet, docnet.ca. Go on your current internet provider and go to this internet provider. Call or give Tony a shout over at docnet.ca. Low prices here in Ontario and across Canada. Just check, see if he's in your area, and if he is, you will not be disappointed. That's the internet we're using right now. So do yourself a favor. Save some money. Don't sacrifice any of your internet. And have Docnet connect your home to the world today.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah, so nailed it. Darknet by any chance? That's on you once you have the internet.
Right.
You know, I heard if you speak to Tony, we'll sort you out. Oot. Do we say oot when I say out? Like, because I do get bugged about that when I talk to Americans when we say about. And they're like, ooh, you're Canadian. About. I never hear the about. I don't know what that's all about.
No. Easterners. And people from North Dakota.
Don't you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Wait, Fargo, North Dakota?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that like Minnesota? And Saskatchewan and Winnipeg. Regina.
And all the other Inas.
You know that city in Saskatchewan that rhymes with everybody's. Never mind. Steve dress up like Clanny for Zombie Walk. Killer Tuna. No, Steve, don't dress up as Clanny.
No.
Just think about it. Think about it. Just think about it. No, who are you? Oh, I'm Clanny. Oh, you are now. That big white ass hood. No, I'm a clan shark. So you're a clan shark. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah. I'd have to handle cards that explained it.
Ryan says it's okay. I did. I told him no. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Steve cannot dress as Clanny. It's not mine and Blumhouse's pick. LOL. Yeah, there's. I mean, if there's a way to do it, like Clanny can't be white. Like it can't be like that white hood. Like that's why we name him that, because I mean he looks like he's a clan shark. I'm sorry, he's a shark and he looks like he's wearing a clan hood. Those aren't eyes, right? What did they say those were? Or those were those?
Those are eyes. Those are eyes.
It's so creepy. Looking into my soul.
Jesus.
Wow, folks, this is riveting TV. Steve, this is the time of the day where we get to you reviewing your movie and the 5-second movie review. This week, you're doing the movie Fall, which neither of us had heard about, but we've all heard like it's a thriller.
Yep.
Out of nowhere. So, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Well, then let's do it, buddy. It's time for Steve's 5-second movie review by Steve.
I'm starting to get fuzzy.
Oh, well, hey, whoa. Just drink less. I'll drink for both of us.
Whoa.
I just saw your blue background.
Everybody just went behind the curtain.
Yeah. Oh. See, I am really in front of the faculty. All right, so Steve, Clanny is not white; he's just different.
Right.
Explain that to people out in public, and tell them what his name is, and don't get in trouble for it. Old School, Dazed Confused, Breakfast Club, love them, good picks. But right now, though, you're talking about the movie Fall. What do you think about this before you give us your review?
It started some people, not very many people, because it was a very small area up there. So basically 2 people. And
well, this is like what we're seeing up there.
Yeah, so this is a real tower. I was gonna write it down, and I didn't.
Well, that's good though.
And I feel stupid now.
Wait, let me take the picture off so we can look at you feeling stupid. Let's get you on a solo.
It's like it's the B something radio tower.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, and it's famous for people break in and base jumpers. It's
okay. Yeah.
It's up there. So a couple of girls thought it'd be, they rock climbed and thought it'd be fun to climb this tower, take some selfies, as this generation does. And shit goes bad.
Well, I mean, it's called fall.
Right.
It's called fall. All right. Well, folks, if this is your first time watching the show, what happens here with Steve's 5-second movie review? I know this is hard to comprehend, but believe it or not, Steve's going to take this movie and do a movie review in 5 seconds. I mean, it's all in the title. Steve, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. I have put 5 seconds up on the board. You may begin now.
Ryan, did you see 47 meters down?
Yeah.
You saw this movie, except up.
This is 47 meters up?
It might have been more than that, but yeah.
So
I mean, there were some tense moments in this movie. If you're afraid of heights, it might be one of those movies that it may give you vertigo. Like it was filmed really well. Cinematography was fantastic. The story, though, like I said, I really felt like 47 meters down, except for way up in the sky instead of way down in the deep water.
Well, I mean, and there was a big twist at the end of 47 meters down. So
there was.
Is it the same twist in this one?
Without spoiling,
spoiler, right? Yeah, just in case. Yeah, in case people at home do want to watch it. So what did you give this movie out of 5? What's your rating on the Wellandwingnut scale of 5?
I gave it a 2.
Ooh, coming off a 5 last week, a perfect 5. This one just gets a 2. Oh no, I mean I get it. I mean
That's it.
This movie is just fallen down the scales of the rating scale for the Wellandwingnut. So there you go, people. Take that for what you will. Of course, we always tell you make your own decisions for yourself. Go out, watch them. There's a reason why Baskin Robbins has so many flavors. Not everybody likes vanilla and chocolate. So go out and find your own flavor that you like. Just don't shit on anybody else's. Just, if somebody wants to have vanilla and sardine, let them have it.
It's just sprinkles.
Yeah, sprinkles of shit. Well, there you go. A 2 out of 5 for fall there. So as we saw, the 2 ladies. Right on. What do we got here? Ron says, what was last week that got a 5?
The Black Phone.
Yeah. Did you remember what your other 5s were? Because you said that was your 3rd, right?
Yeah, I think it was probably my 3rd 5. Oh, geez. Yeah. I don't know.
We're going to have to go back and look for those at some point. We're right on. Well, there you go.
We need a research assistant. We
do need an assistant. I put that out there. Just can't stay at my house. It's 2022. We all know everybody can work from home. I'm not going there. So how about them Sabres? Let's you know what? Why don't we just do some news? Like, I mean, we haven't done the news since like a whole week. I think it's time.
Right.
All right, time for some news. Black Phone is fucking awesome. Sorry to be so graphic, but me, Clanny, and Blumhouse loved it. Yeah, so did Steve. Gave it a perfect 5. So You put on your jersey there. You switched over to your Bengals.
Yeah,
jersey.
we had an exciting first game Thursday night, Rams and Bills. The Bills looked unstoppable, for lack of a better word.
That first half, Josh Allen had 2 picks, and both of them were on the wide receiver.
Yeah.
Or on the receiver at that point, because both were like right in the head. Neither one of us are Bills fans, as you can see. I got my Vikings jersey. He's got his. But listen, I would love to see the Bills versus the Vikings this year in the Super Bowl. 2 0-for-4s in the Super Bowl going at it. Somebody's going to get the Super Bowl. It won't be my Vikings, though. But
you never know. No one picked the Bengals to go to represent the AFC last year. So,
yeah. But, man, yeah. Go Bills, says Chaz Fisher. So I thought maybe you're putting on the Bengals fan because are you declaring death to the Steelers this week? Because that's who you guys are opening up against.
Yeah, we got the Squealers. We got the Squealers week 1.
And you are the doctor of death when it comes to the beginning of the news week. So I didn't know if that was a coincidence or not. Speaking of death, the Raiders, the death to the AFC West. Yeah, man. What do you got for us, Dr. Death?
Black is fitting, and everyone else in Hollywood this week had the respect to not die so that they wouldn't, you couldn't overshadow this person anyways. I mean, globally, probably one of the biggest celebrities in the world.
For sure.
Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II. 96? 94.
96, I believe, yeah.
Right, yeah.
And ruled for over 70 years, the longest ruling monarch in the history of the British Commonwealth.
Right.
Not only that, Prince Charles, King Charles III, is now the oldest person ever to take over a monarchy in the history of the crown, which is because I thought I remembered at some point there was talk that the crown might bypass him and go straight to William.
Yeah, I remember hearing that as well.
Now, here's the thing, though. So he's 70. What if he lives as long as his mom did? By the time he passes, and if the monarchy is still a thing, then you have this run into the same problem with William. And you just got to start thinking, well, why doesn't it just go straight to George, right, which is his kid?
Right.
No matter what you think of the monarchy, the Queen was instrumental in a lot of peace treaties throughout the world throughout the last 70 years. But yeah, I don't know, man. And she had, from everything that I heard, she had a great sense of humor.
She did. I mean, she was in some of my favorite movies.
And they parodied her in a lot of movies.
Oh, this wasn't her?
No, that's not Charles or Diana.
Oh.
No. But I mean, I get it. I mean,
but she was in this one, which was just a classic.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh. Well, there was the time she knighted Austin Powers.
No, that's my grandma. That's Grandma Marion.
Oh.
Yeah, no. You know what she was in?
What?
She was in. She cameoed with Paddington Bear and Paddington Bear 2. And she had a cameo with James Bond at the Olympics.
Marmalade sandwich. I always keep one for emergencies.
So do I.
That's the real Queen.
I keep mine in here.
Oh, whoa. And Bond with the Queen, the opening of the Olympics. Listen to the crowd going crazy. And this was a whole skit. We just got a piece of it. And this is how the Olympics open. Like, this is actually
all the way around the stadium.
No, we don't have the whole thing there afterwards. The Queen and Prince Andrew, whatever her husband's name was. I'm sorry, our British fans. But they actually walked down to their seats right afterwards. So, I mean, it's a pretty good sense of humor there. My flight of angels sing her to her rest. Yeah, and I mean, Brits fucking love her. And then there's a lot of Canadians that loved her as well. Everything I knew about the British family, though, growing up, I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but came from Christine Sullivan on Night Court. Like she was obsessed with the royal family, and that's everything I knew about the royal family came from that fucking show. I love the video of the Queen with Paddington Bear. Yeah, it's great. It probably just got us a big we'll probably get a big warning for that later. But you know, for the Queen, I thought
that's what we do for you.
Yes, for you and for the Queen. Right. I like it. And that was it, Dr. Death?
That was it.
All right. Oh yeah, that was not it. I mean, that was not her. All right. So this week, normally we do news, and Steve and I go back and forth with different news stories. This week, so Star Trek it was Star Trek Day. I didn't bring any stories for that because I have a shit ton of announcements that came from D23 that's been happening over the last 2 days, which is Disney's their personal Comic-Con or conference that they do. They had a ton of announcements, so we'll get to those at the end of the show because I know a lot of the geeks that are here love the Marvel movies and the Star Wars movies and some other movies that were announced and trailers that are out there. So we'll get to all those at the end of news. But Steve's gonna start us off and give us some news. Hit us up, buddy. What do you got?
Well, for the third time and for the last time, because the statute of limitations has run out on, I'm not even going to mention his name because I'm not giving this guy any more press. But the now 41-year-old that was on the 31-year-old that was on the 1991 cover, Nevermind, Nirvana's big hit album, judged through his claim of commercial child sexual exploitation out of court. And his statute of limitations is up now, so that's the last we're going to be hearing of the Nirvana Baby.
I don't want to be mean, but good. And I'm just kidding, but I don't want to be mean.
Right.
Fuck that guy.
He needs to get a clue, really.
Yeah, I mean, yes, his name's Spencer, but fuck Spencer. Like seriously, the worst part was. He came to Comic-Con like 2 years ago or whatever, just before COVID, and he was pimping his fucking album. Like he was wearing the shirt and
he has Nevermind as across his chest.
Yeah, and he promoted himself as the kid from Nirvana, like from the Nirvana album. So
he's made some bucks off of it.
Yeah. Mark Monahan says Summer School, chiming in on Facebook. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Someone that does have a clue is Ryan Reynolds. In 2019, we heard from Ryan telling us that he was going to be coming at us with a Clue movie. We all remember that. I mean, you might have liked it, but I remembered it as a pretty bad movie from the 80s.
It was pretty, especially like it was revered and people loved it, but
right,
adults that loved it at the time, and we weren't like, I don't know, it wasn't tailored to us. We were kids.
The co-writer of The Lost City has been brought on to rewrite the current screenplay. So I don't know if that's a good thing. I know it was.
I was just gonna say, is that supposed to give me like?
I know that movie financially was a big hit, but
yeah, I mean, all right. Ryan Reynolds is good though.
Yeah, we love Ryan.
Ryan will bring in money no matter what the movie's like, whether it's good or bad.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
like he's one of the last movie stars that are out there.
It'll get ripped and make a ton of money.
Yeah. Agreed. Good for him. We talked about the Clue. You and I talked beforehand, and we didn't get the picture up or anything. But I shared a trailer earlier last week, I believe it was, John Hamm in a new Fletch movie, taking over for Chevy Chase. It's not a continuation. This is a reboot, I guess. But this is going to be based right off the books, which is really cool. So I don't know. He's a diehard Fletch fan. Like he watched Fletch as a kid, and then he started reading all the books and stuff. And then he went off and talked about how he wants to be in a Marvel movie so badly. But then he was like, I can't say if I've been in talks with them at all. I think he's short, so he might be Wolverine.
Maybe.
I mean, did you see Baby Driver?
I did not.
He's really good in that. Sorry. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah, we got some set photos from the upcoming Beverly Hills Cop movie. We saw Eddie earlier, and just a few days ago, we got a couple set photos of Judge Reinhold and John Ashton.
Oh, no way. I knew Judge Reinhold was back, but I wasn't sure if John Ashton was still alive.
I unfortunately thought the same thing.
Yeah, I loved him in this because he was only in this, and then he was a bad guy in Midnight Run, I think.
Right.
With De Niro and Charles Grodin.
Oh, yeah, Charles Grodin. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I think it was that movie. I'm never sure if it was that movie or if it was 48 Hours with Nick Nolte.
Right.
It's one of those where John Ashton plays the.
Yeah, he's 74. So.
Right on. Good for him. I mean, right on. How old is Robert Englund?
He is up there. And I don't know if he said that he won't do another Nightmare on Elm Street movie, but he did throw someone else's name out there.
Yeah.
And I bet you could probably get it in like 6 degrees of separation.
Oh, given that clue means they have to be somewhat related to Kevin Bacon. So let me break it down, moving away from Kevin Bacon and think of everyone he's ever worked with. Kira Sedgwick.
I think you just circle back to Kevin Bacon.
Oh, Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
It's his brother.
Right.
The Bacon brothers.
The Bacon brothers. Yeah, Robert Englund, he threw his name out there, and Kevin Bacon had this to say. He said, never say never. I mean, I say never, but I really do follow that. There's a few things that I go, nah, you just never know.
I don't know. I think he's too old. I don't mean that like rudely, but
yeah, and is he going to be committed to playing it for at least 10 years, right?
And that's just the thing with any of these movies where they want a franchise, it's got to be a 10-year commitment. So minimum.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And that's not bad if you're Tom Holland and you're young and you're like under 30. Or the girl that's playing Ms. Marvel, who I think is under 20 still. So anyways, yeah. What else you got?
Louis Anderson's sister has been talking to the press, saying that she's accusing his manager and agent of elder abuse during Louis' final days and years, I guess. I guess she will be going forth with some kind of lawsuit, but it's unfortunate. We've heard a few of these over the last couple of years of ailing celebrities being abused during their final. Yeah.
The only one we didn't really hear it about, and I'm glad we didn't, was Betty.
Yeah, that would have been hard to take.
Yeah. I mean, she was like everybody's grandma.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's just a huge star, like a whale, huge.
Well, Louis was pretty big himself.
He was. He was.
We're talking heavy set guys. I mean, he was no like Brandon Fraser, but
no.
Well, Brendan,
and Brendan's looking good. We got to look at him coming off his performance of The Whale, which debuted at the Venice Film Festival.
Yeah.
Brendan got a 6-minute standing ovation, which by today's standards, it's all right.
Yeah, but we see it all the time now. Like
right.
Especially at this festival, it's like everybody got a fucking standing ovation. Tiff, the one that was just before Tiff that happened. But Blonde, Anna Damaris, or however you say her name, who played Marilyn Monroe. I think they said that was like a 12-minute standing ovation. So, I mean, are these actual real standing ovations, or are people just doing that now?
Or people trying to get viral videos.
Right. But if that's the case, wouldn't it happen in every movie? But or is it like, okay, that was a really good movie, so now we got to give it a like a really long standing ovation? Who knows? All right. Well, that's cool. And your last story bleeds into my D23 stories.
Yeah, Lee Jung Jae, who everybody remembers from
Sorry, what?
Lee Jung Jae.
Say again.
Lee Jung Jae.
Say it slowly.
Lee Jung Jae.
5 times fast.
Lee Jung Jae. Lee Jung Jae. Lee Jung Jae. Lee Jung Jae. Lee Jung Jae.
Okay. You know why I'm doing this?
Why?
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Lee Jung Jae, as you heard me say, from Squid Games fame, has just been brought on to star in the new Star Wars series, The Acolyte.
Yeah, man. Now, I haven't heard too much about The Acolyte, but they also showed he's not the only one that's in The Acolyte. I think I had a... Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. Yeah, he is in The Acolyte, but we got a lot of Star Wars stuff. I still haven't watched Squid Game past the first 20 minutes of the first episode. So, but I know people loved it, and I know
I loved it.
And it won a ton of, I think it won a bunch of Emmys. I know it won a bunch of awards, but
no, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
So D23 went on from there, and they kept bringing a lot of Star Wars news to us. We saw a lot of trailers, obviously this week. We also got to see first look at the Skeleton Crew that will be coming to D23. Jude Law there. Don't know too much about this one. I'm not gonna lie.
No, me neither.
No. The trailer I did see that I really, really enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to. I was a huge fan of Clone Wars and Bad Batch and Rebels, and this is going to be a cartoon as well called Tales of the Jedi, and it's going to give us like the origins and the training of Ahsoka and her being trained by Anakin, and we saw that in the trailer, and then we see Dooku go from Jedi to Sith. Cool. And we get a young Master Yoda. I think he had hair in it, honestly. And Mace Windu we see as well.
Please give him a pompadour.
Right. It is. We call him Little Richard Yoda. Little Yoda Richard. Yeah. Tutti Frutti.
Very much. Thank you.
Tutti Frutti. That was bad. Next, we go into Marvel. There's a bunch of stuff, and we're going to miss some stuff here as well. But Marvel, this was huge. I'm a huge comic book fan. Everybody knows that. Thunderbolts is huge. So Thunderbolts is, think of the Suicide Squad. It's Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad, basically, except for there's no bombs in anybody's neck. It's mostly made up of anti-heroes or villains. Original team was led by Baron Zemo when he was Citizen V. And
I'm pretty sure I went to high school with his sister.
Yeah, you did. She had buck teeth. This team, though, as you can see, that's made up here. We thought Zemo was going to be in it, but we got Yelena Bolova, who's the new Black Widow, Florence Pugh. We've got, if you can see to her right, or if you're looking at it to your left, that's the Red Guardian, played by Hopper himself. What's Hopper's name now? Oh my God, from Stranger Things. You know who I'm talking about too. Anyways, it's him. Jim Hopper. Anyways, Ghost is there from Ant-Man and the Wasp 2. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is way down there at the end. We've got the Winter Soldier. We've got the U.S. Agent and Taskmaster, who I wasn't a big fan of in the Black Widow movie. I didn't like that.
All right, I remember him.
Yeah, well, her. Changing from a him to a her.
Right, that's right.
Spoilers, yo. We also heard that the creators of Uncharted, and I mean Uncharted is my favorite game series of all time. They're making a Captain America and Black Panther game set during World War II. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, but T'Challa wasn't alive during World War II. Captain America was, but it wasn't T'Challa. Well, don't worry. It's going to be either, I'm thinking it's going to probably be his grandfather, but it might be T'Chaka, his dad. As we've learned, Black Panther won't be T'Challa in the new World War II game. So that's cool. You know what never ends?
Never-ending story.
Oh, man. What's the name of the unicorn? Artak?
I can't remember. I think I blocked it out. That one cosplay. Do you remember that?
No.
It was somebody dressed up like him and just dragging around the horse's head on a rope at Comic-Con.
Yeah, I think it's RTAC or something.
It was pretty awesome.
That was pretty dope. I forget that. That's awesome though. We finally got our new Ezra Bridger, sorry, for the live action Ahsoka. Everybody thought it was going to be the kid who played Aladdin, Manu. I forget what his last name is, but he played Aladdin in the live action with Will Smith. I thought he would have been perfect, but Iman Esfandi is going to be playing him, and this looks pretty spot on as well. So we'll see. I've never really seen him too much as an actor, so give him the benefit of the doubt right now. I don't think Disney or Feige has. Well, it's not Feige. This is Star Wars. But I don't even think Star Wars has gone too wrong with any of their casting, especially since it seems like Favreau and Filoni are basically in charge at Star Wars when it comes to at least their TV series, even if they're not in charge and it's Kathleen Kennedy. But it does seem like it's a lot of Filoni and Favreau involved. This dude, we got a trailer for the new Willow series. Christian Slater is also going to be in it and he's going to be playing, oh my God, what was Val Kilmer's character's name? Mads Madigan or whatever. Anyways, he's going to be playing his friend. So we got a new trailer for Hocus Pocus Part 2. I know you're happy about that.
I never saw the original, so I can't judge it.
Same. We didn't get to see it, but they put out a trailer for the people that were there for Armor Wars. So finally getting confirmation that Don Cheadle will be coming back as War Machine. And this is going to introduce us to Riri Williams as well. Well, we're going to see her in Black Panther, which will be out later this year. We also got news that Matt Shackleman, who directed WandaVision, is going to be the new director of Fantastic Four, which will be out sometime next year. I think it was November, they said. And we got a trailer for Werewolf for Night, which nobody was fucking expecting. A supernatural horror comic book that brought us Moon Knight. So this is pretty dope. We got our first look at the actor and everything too. So cool. Snow White's going to be coming our way. New live action Snow White, because that's what happens. Because Lion King and Jungle Book and all those were so popular that hey, why not? they weren't. Speaking of live action remakes, we were getting Peter Pan and Wendy also coming to Disney Plus, and we're getting a prequel to The Lion King. Mufasa. I don't know if James Earl Jones is attached or not, but we shall see. Pinocchio is out.
That's a lie.
It is. It's on Disney Plus, and Jude Law, Tom Hanks, all in it. And I think that's Tinkerbell, the black lady. But yeah, not getting very good reviews from what I've seen online.
That's a lie.
Yeah. And Inside Out. Did you ever see Inside Out?
No. But I remember being at the drug because I have a picture. I only remember because it pops up in my Facebook memories. But I was going to see something at the drive-in, and I took a photo of one of the other screens, and the marquee said "Inside Out Avengers." And I was like, "Ew."
Yeah.
I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Look what's playing over there." I'm like, "Inside Out Avengers." I'm like, that sounds gross.
That was a weird spell that Wanda put on them. It turned them inside out. Their insides were on their outside. It was weird. They died.
It was short.
It's not like when frogs do it.
Right.
They can't just suck it all back in. As soon as it's on the outside, you're fucked. You see that episode? I think it was on The Simpsons. Didn't that happen on The Simpsons where their skin was? Anyways. So that's the
everything
thing.
happened on The Simpsons.
It did.
And things that haven't happened yet happened on The Simpsons.
Because that's what they do. They're the true Nostradamus. Hey, they predicted another one. I saw a picture. I saw an episode where Homer was broke, and I was like, shit, man, they predicted my wallet again. It's true. Did you ever watch Gargoyles? I know we were a little bit older when that came out.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it had a great cast. Most of it was like Star Trek Next Generation actors were doing the voice acting for it. But Keith David played Goliath. We know that Disney Plus owns Gargoyles now. And I think there was some talk of them remaking the cartoon like they're doing with the X-Men. But they're bringing back, they announced, Gargoyles Remastered, the video game. So I'm assuming it's going to be on all consoles. But hey, I dig it.
Possibly next gen.
Yeah, more than likely next gen. But I dig it. And then, whoa, there's Artak. That's the one. That's the one you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's messed up, yo. It's messed up. You just had that on the ready. I'm just saying.
I really didn't. I had to Google it and then cut it.
I don't even believe you a little bit. He's like, I keep that in my personal files. We also got trailers today for The Mandalorian season 3. What'd you think? I know you watched it.
Yeah, it definitely looked good. I loved it, and this is why I have a love-hate with relationship with movie trailers.
Yeah, because they give away so much.
Traditionally, I really hate them, but this one, it was just so action-packed, and it's. I like it when they release them far enough removed from the actual series coming out, because then by the time it comes out, it's like, yeah, what did I see in the trailer? I don't remember. I just remember I was fucking stoked to see it.
Give me more. Well, we got that. I heard you're even more excited about the live action Little Mermaid trailer that dropped.
Oh my God, yes. I mean, I'm from Denmark. If my family, my lineage is from Denmark, and that's where
Let me ask you something. So there's this theory out there that the new Little Mermaid is the black girl playing it, right? And a lot of times they take ginger characters and they fucking recast them as black people. Yeah.
So you're saying they should just cut out the middleman and get Morgan Freeman?
Well, he was a black ginger, so why not? That's how he got red, though, in Shawshank.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think there's any truth to that? And do gingers get a bad rap for them always like losing their roles? Like gingers should be able to keep their shit, right?
They should. They should.
I wonder if Ron Weasley was actually a ginger beforehand.
That's all right, because in the afterlife they all own our souls.
So it all makes up for the end. It was Kyle Brandt and Michael Irvin that said that Kirk Cousins will win the NFL MVP this year.
Wow.
Yeah. What did you think? What did you think of the Quantum Leap trailer? Really, eh?
It definitely didn't. I was excited for this series. It definitely didn't help my excitement.
Oh,
I thought it was kind of meh.
All right.
But I'm still going to give it a chance. I love the original, and I really hope it's good. So,
and I was surprised, like when we posted it, it got a lot of fucking positive reviews, and I wasn't expecting that. Especially a lot of the people that were like, "Oh, I wasn't into this at first," but I like the trailer. I really hope that. I don't care if he's not in it to the very last episode. I hope the whole series is just based on looking for Sam. I hope that's the whole reason why he's in this. Sam, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Dr. Sam Beckett?
Sam Beckett, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, because the last episode, they say Sam never returned home.
Right.
So I would love if this whole thing is just about them trying to find Sam. But it looks like it might be a brand new, they invented this themselves. And I hope that's not the case. But even if so, it looks all right.
Yeah, no, like I said, I really hope it's good. So
I don't know. Yeah. So, did anything stand out for you from D23?
I mean, obviously, I'm stoked for the accolade. Anything Star Wars. We're 2 weeks away from
Andor. We got another trailer for it as well.
Yeah. You know what I wasn't excited about and probably wasn't even going to give it a watch at all was Wednesday, the new Netflix series coming.
Oh,
and then I saw the trailer and I was like,
that trailer looked fucking dope.
I'm gonna check this out.
It looked really good, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm just looking through here. We've seen it all. Star Trek Day, like I said, was out. Got new trailers for Picard. Oh my God, the final season. It's the cast of the Enterprise are there, so it's going to be great. Worf's back. Geordi's there. Data won't be there, I don't think, because he got dead in the first 2 seasons twice. Beverly Crusher, they're all there. And then we saw sneak peeks for Lower Decks, which is already back, their first episode. Strange New Worlds, which is kicking ass. Discovery, and Prodigy, the Nickelodeon show that's turning out. There was a kids show that is basically just trying to be Clone Wars and doing it really well. Janeway's in it, the actress, and she does great. So, liking that. New trailer as well came out, or announcement for Pixar. They got an all-new original series called Win or Lose with Will Forte as Coach Dan. It looks like a baseball movie with kids. So, Disenchanted, which was Enchanted 2. Yay, they dropped a trailer. And we talked about, I think, everything else. She-Hulk, kick ass. And
I still haven't. I haven't continued yet. I do plan on it, but something that's been out for a while. I started watching actually Resident Alien.
Oh, I you know what? Right before we came on, I was 2 episodes behind, so I watched 1 episode before we started, and I watched. I like it, but sometimes I don't.
Yeah, I just finished the first season, and I really liked it in the beginning. Some episodes, like you said, now it's man, but yeah, I like Alan Tudyk, so
yeah, and he's such a dick. He's such a dick. Like, seriously, I'm going to kill you, you little child. It's a really good show. I do, but like I said, there's a couple episodes where you're just like, oh, okay, that was a little bit of a slow moving episode. But yeah, I mean that happens with a lot of stuff.
I was like, oh, Alan Tudyk's in this. Okay, maybe I'll check it out. And then I put on the first episode, and I was like, oh, God, it's Sci-Fi Network.
So what, they filmed this in Vancouver?
And even Amber was like, oh, God, fucking, she's like, what's this? And by the first episode, she's like, oh, my God. She's like, I actually really like this show.
The last episode I just watched, there was a pretty big cliffhanger.
Oh, that's basically calling.
That's...
Yes, Lord Vader.
More Emperor Palpatine.
What?
So that's Steve.
Whatever's close. Oh no, I text her. Yeah, but I text her, so she just has to read the text.
It's weird, eh?
Okay, bye.
We're just listening to him talk.
We need tin foil. Bring home tin foil for my hat. I need a new hat.
Yeah. You need something. I don't know. So what do you got on tap next week? Do you have any idea what movie you're going to watch next?
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually looking last night, and I'm not sure what's coming up. I know we got Halloween Ends coming.
Yeah.
Before the end of the month or before the end of October. So that'll be.
And are they teaming up in this movie? Is Michael Myers and fucking Laurie fucking going to be a team?
I don't know.
It looks like it in the poster.
Apparently, they filmed a couple endings. So even the cast and crew doesn't actually know how the story ends.
It's going to end with Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers killing everybody and then killing themselves. Right. It's a double machete shot to the face for both of them. Wait, no, butcher knife, right?
you'll see the machete go into the back of Michael's head, and then the camera will spin around, and it'll be Jason.
I have a question for you. So I was flipping through the TV. What's a movie? Can you think of a movie? Oh, that was yeah. Is there a movie that every time it's on, you just keep it on and watch it? Because I have a couple, and one of them is Equalizer 2. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Equalizer 2. That's something. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
So good. Anyways, but yeah,
no, I definitely have a few of those for sure. Old school, you mentioned earlier, love old school. I can throw that on anytime. I mean, pretty much anything Adam Sandler.
Yeah, except for That's My Boy.
I even like the one where he talks like this.
Oh, Little Mickey. I like that one. I didn't like the one with Al Pacino though.
My throat didn't like that though. I gotta warm up.
What you said. Horrible. All right. Well, that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. Got anything else?
No. Yeah, in my next few weeks, I'll be gearing up for the 11th annual Welland Zombie Walk. So come out, bring a non-perishable food item if you're coming out to the event. People gather between 5 and 5:30. Starts around 6 o'clock. Come get your picture with Kit. Come get your picture with Brampton Batman, the '89 Batmobile.
RatG TV.
Your non-perishable food items go so far, especially in today's day and age with the prices of everything going up. Our charities, the Hope Center and Pets Alive Niagara, which are just a few people that run this great organization out of their house. Hope Center does fresh lunches every day for people. Just two awesome organizations. We've raised over $25,000 in the 7 or 8 years that we've actually been collecting donations. Of the 11 years we've been doing it, so over $1,000 in prizes are in. The sponsor cutoff date is passed, so we will be getting posters out to promote it soon.
Nice.
Thanks to all our sponsors. Don't have them in front of me, but I will be giving shout outs to them.
Now,
best costume in under 12, teen, adult, and group. Like I said, over $1,000 in prizes. Probably going to be closer to 2 by the time we're all said and done. So
nice. Can I win?
You cannot win.
Damn it!
You are a judge.
Damn it! I can't vote for myself.
You can, but it won't count.
And of course, on the poster here, I'd love to say that that's just a very clever pun, but I don't know. The meat could actually just be a Welland spelling error.
Yeah, it's a zombie thing.
I just like poking fun. Yeah, well, come on down. It's gonna be a good time. We'll be there. Like I said, 11th annual. Down at the
anybody that may have reservations. Yeah, anybody that may have reservations about it. It is a very, very family-oriented event.
Yeah,
we have a lot of young kids that come out. It's really great. We have treat bags for the kids, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, there's the best children, best teenager, best adult, and best family.
Best family or group.
Yeah.
So
there you go. It like you said, it's
3 prizes in each category.
It's a family event. There are some great costumes here, but I mean, nobody's going out of their way to try, especially trying to scare kids or anything like that. So
and you don't need to dress up as a zombie. Throw on anything you want and come out and just have fun.
Yeah, indeed. Come be part of the fun and one of the last running zombie walks.
I may be out on a limb saying this, but I don't know for sure. I know I've kept track of numbers in other zombie walks that are still going in the last couple of years, and I'm pretty confident in saying we are the biggest zombie walk in Ontario.
Nice. Well, we're gonna run with that. Awesome. Well, hopefully we'll see everybody out for that, but we'll keep reminding you throughout the weeks leading up to it, and I can't wait for that. Hope everybody had a good time. This was a very interactive show. Everybody had a lot of great answers for movies based on TV shows. So we will all do it again next week. I believe I don't have anything scheduled next week. So
if you're a North American football fan, enjoy kickoff tomorrow.
4:25 Eastern time. Minnesota taking it to Aaron Rodgers.
Hopefully.
Definitely. Listen.
I love the confidence.
I
where you guys are at home, or is that one in Green Bay?
It's in Green Bay.
It's in Green Bay.
We always play them in Green. Well, no, it changes, I should say.
Yeah,
but I do like when we play them in Green Bay early because that means we play them at home in the wintertime and we're in the dome. So,
and more meaningful games. Not that they're all not meaningful, but
especially later on.
Yeah.
Rate us. The Raiders are going to be good, man. I like the Raiders. I've liked what's Derek Carr for a while. I had him on my fantasy football league until he break his leg or something like that.
I really haven't liked the Raiders since they were in LA, to be honest.
Yeah, you just didn't like their fans. You didn't
or
like
Oakland, I should say.
All the fake gangster people that we knew growing up that would wear all the Public Enemy and all the NWA stuff. They were just basically wearing Raider stuff because
posers, as we called them.
Oh, I thought it started with a W and ended with an R.
Oh, that could have been it too.
Womanizer.
Yeah,
that's not it.
They had one of them "What Wife Abuser" shirts on.
Oh yeah, poor Vanilla Ice. All right, that's it.
Love you, Rob.
Yeah, we love you, Rob Van Winkle. All right. I hope you all have a great time. Have a great weekend, the rest of your weekend. For the Wellandwingnut, it's your boy Zeus. Everybody stay good, stay safe.